Hey guys, welcome back to the channel again. Here we are with another video lecture series. In today's lecture, we will discuss about constitutional essence of CRPC, that is the Code of Criminal Procedure 1973. As all we know, whenever we will start with any new subject of law, firstly we have to learn about its constitutional essence. As all we know, constitution is a parent law, or you can say a parent act, and from which all the other acts derives its validity. So in case any law which is inconsistent or which is in contravention to the principles and provisions of the constitution, that ultimately declared to be as a void, or you can say the unenforceable law. So let's start with the components of CRPC. As all we know, CRPC is a criminal procedural law, and firstly we have pre-trial stage of it, and in this pre-trial stage the police officer are under obligation to frame the charges according to the grievances of the victim. And after framing of charges we have ट्रायल स्टेज, जहाँ पर कोर्ट ऑफ सेशन सारे प्रोसीजर को फॉलो अप करने के बाद लाइक इशू ऑफ समन्स, वारंट्स एज रिक्वायर्ड, एंड सारे एविडेंसेस को कंसीडर करने के बाद, इश्यूज को रिजॉल्व करने के बाद, प्रॉपर हियरिंग के बाद एक डिसीजन पे पहुँचेगी, दैट इज़ द स्टेज ऑफ ट्रायलिंग. And lastly, we have the stage of post-trial. That means the judgment has been pronounced, the decision has been made. But in case कोई भी party is not satisfied with the decision, then they can go for appeal to the higher courts. And in case higher court से भी they are not satisfied, then they have an option of revision. And now if the revision has been done, the parties are satisfied, they have no objection, then execution of decree means जो भी judgment आया है उसके accordingly जो भी decision था उसको in execution में लेकर आया जाएगा. So these are the three stages of the CRPC, three components of the CRPC, which inclusive of trial, pre-trial and post-trial. Now the question arises, why we need to discuss about the constitutional essence of it? Because constitution is a grand norm and all other acts have to be in pursuance of the provisions of Constitution of India. In case कोई भी act in contradiction होता है with the provision of Constitution of India, then ultimately they will consider to be as unenforceable in nature, and they will be considered as ultra vires act. Now the purpose of CRPC. The larger purpose of CRPC is related to the societal interest, and for that matter the culprit should be found and be punished. That is what is all about CRPC. That means trial conduct होगा, then trial में collection of evidences होंगे, then a final judgment, and जो भी wrong doer होगा that person will be punished. In case जहाँ पर societal interest in conflict होगा with individual interest, in that scenario, by virtue of principles of CRPC and in order to maintain the balance within the society, जो इंडिविजुअल इंटरेस्ट होगा वो अफेक्ट होगा एंड द societal interest will prevail over the individual interest. Now let's discuss about the basic structure of constitution. Whenever we will talk about basic structure of constitution, we have one landmark case, that is of Keshwanand Bharti case, and in this case it was held that via constitution article 368 amendment can be done, but we cannot alter or we cannot amend the basic structure of constitution. Similarly, the principles of natural justice, fairness, non-arbitrariness, equality, and reasonableness. All these principles comes under the purview of basic structure doctrine, which was held under Keshwanand Bharti case. Therefore, we cannot enact any law which is in contradiction with any of these principles. As all we know, केशवानंद भारती केस की जजमेंट प्रोनाउंस हुई थी ऑन 24th of April 1973 एंड CRPC का एनेक्टमेंट हुआ था ऑन 25th of January 1974 एंड इट came into enforcement on the date of 1st of April 1974. That means CRPC within enforcement आया था after the Keshwanand Bharti case. That means जो law makers say they kept in their mind about all the basic structure principles of constitution while enacting the CRPC. Now, if you are talking about the major amendments which have been made in CRPC, all have been done by keeping in mind the principles of the constitution. That means they are within a line of the constitution. Like we have after Menka Gandhi case, second amendment was done. Similarly, on the recommendation of Melimet committee, 2005 and 2006 amendment was there. By virtue of it, plea bargaining concept was added in our CRPC. Similarly, we had an amendment in the 2013 year after Nirbhaya's case. That means in case कोई भी enactment हो रहा है law का या फिर कोई भी amendment हुआ है in the existing law, that must be according to the principles of constitution. As all we know, Menka Gandhi का case is related to Article 21 and Article 21 says that किसी भी person की liberty को curtail नहीं किया जा सकता except the procedure established by law. Now the question arises, what is that procedure established by law? So it includes three terms. Number one, the provisions of the law, कि जो law के provisions हैं वो. Number second, in case any guidelines which has been given by the Supreme Court. Number third, the procedure. That means इन तीनों के basis पे we can curtail or we can deprive any person from his personal liberty. But the thing is here, that is in case कोई भी आप procedure adopt कर रहे हो while, but there is one thing, while talking within the terms of CRPC, that is a procedural law, so that procedure should not be arbitrary in nature. That means इन केस किसी प्रोसीजर की वजह से किसी पर्सन की पर्सनल लिबर्टी को curtail किया जा रहा है, in that scenario that procedure must be reasonable in nature. Like right of hearing, right of reasonable opportunity should be given to that person. Like right of fair hearing should be given to that person. Right of arrested person should be discussed to him. So that means in case कोई भी procedure adopt किया है while curtailing the rights, that must be reasonable in nature. So as we discussed, for the sake of societal interest, we can affect the individual interest, but that cannot be done if that curtailment is arbitrary in nature or it is not within the ambit of the constitutionalism. If the question is related to the interpretation of CRPC's provision, then we have two kind of interpretation. The number one is literal interpretation, जहाँ पर provisions certain है और कोई ambiguity existence में नहीं है, वहाँ पर literal interpretation use होती है. That means जो meaning provision से come out हो रहा है वही meaning of provision applicable हो जाएगा. But जहाँ पर ambiguity existence में है, provisions भी uncertain है या फिर एक से ज़्यादा interpretation हो रही है provisions of किसी भी section की, and in that scenario we will go for liberal interpretation, in which हम ये देखेंगे कि what is the intent of the makers while adding up this particular provision, कि उस provision को add करने का purpose क्या था, and accordingly we will decide the interpretation of the provision. So these are the principles which need to be discussed while talking about the constitutional essence of CRPC. That means it should be within the ambit of constitutional law, and interpretation कैसा होगा, and what are the components of major components of CRPC. So this is all about today's discussion. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.